Good morning. Good morning. How's everyone doing today? Today we have a guest from Veterans Helping Veterans, Steph joining us along with Princess. How are you guys doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Yeah, couldn't be better. Just another day. And just trying to spread the word for you guys out there doing what you guys are doing, and just trying to help the community and stuff. So, Stephanie, if there's any way, I know you're trying to lead the way doing what you do for the veterans and stuff here on social media and stuff. So, what exactly do you entail? What's going on with your program? I know you started a program for veterans, helping veterans. What kind of led you to doing this?
Well, so it goes back to when I got out of the military back in the 90s. I didn't have any guidance. I wasn't provided any help. I was just basically told, thanks for your service, have a nice life, and off with life I went. Wasn't until about, I think it was 16 years I'd been out, and my then boyfriend, now husband, was talking, and he's like, well, why don't you just go to the VA and help out with, your injuries and stuff. And so that kind of started my role, I guess, with the VA and doing the claims. I filed my claims back in 2012. I did a lot of it myself. I educated myself with the 38 CFR and the M21-1. I am a MST survivor. That's military sexual trauma. And so basically from 2012 all the way up to 2021, I guided myself and got myself rated. I'm now 100% PNT. But what led me to start helping other veterans was about probably back in 2016, I joined a Facebook group called VA Claims Veterans Helping Veterans. And that's where I got a lot of my help and to get answers to my questions. And eventually I was asked to become a moderator in the group. And then eventually I was asked to take over the group. And I have had the group in my possession and guidance since 2018. And I've got great moderators there. We've also created the YouTube channel, VA Claims Veterans Helping Veterans. And then my moderators are also all veterans. One's a retired doctor, one works for the VA, one is my husband, and another one is a veteran. So what we do is kind of similar to this. We do live question and answers. We do it twice a month on YouTube. And we just ask that veterans come and ask your questions. And then we hopefully have the answers. One thing I experienced around Christmas was a suicidal female veteran with a toddler. And she actually reached out to me and told me she was done. It was over. So I reached back out to her. I got her phone number. We talked. She was homeless. So I quickly got her a hotel room just to kind of get her stable. Few people helped me with donations to go towards the hotel. So she is, this was back in December. So she's been in the hotel. She was in the hotel. I got some other help with assistance from, I think it's the Wounded Veterans Relief. And they helped get her another month in the hotel. We're getting her claims processed. She's also struggling with military sexual trauma. And so as of today, they're helping her to get into some housing. She's getting mental health help. And so that was a really good thing because I never really experienced somebody actually messaging me and saying, hey, this is it. I'm done. So that was really kind of an interesting situation for me because I've never been there for something like that. So, but yeah, that's what we do. We just try to help anybody that needs it, and get them the guidance, get them people to help them that can help them. Like for us, we don't process claims. We don't help with claims. I just give guidance. I do consultations sometimes where it's more like this, Princess, you and me. It's kind of like a one-on-one, and we talk through what they're trying to accomplish. So that's kind of where we are. That's what we do with VA claims veterans, helping veterans.
That's really nice. I personally, what gave rise to my interest in like these kinds of things is because my boyfriend now is joined the military, and he's now serving the military. So I really want to get to know what he's got himself into, and then I want to be that guidance. As you've mentioned, you didn't have that guidance when you started. I want to be that guidance for him because we
Right.
can't deny the fact about the effects that it impacts the lives of people, especially these people who entered the military, the veterans. So we really do need people like you, Miss Stephanie, and we appreciate that so much because we can not just veterans to veterans, but people to people. We can help each other. So I
Right.
really appreciate what you do, and we really do need more people like you.
Well, and regarding your boyfriend going in, he's in the military now.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
he needs to make sure that he doesn't do the mentality of suck it up. If he's hurt, if he's injured, he needs to go to medical. He needs it documented. So many veterans that I deal with just sucked it up and don't have the records to prove in service what happened to them. So it's very, very important that you document all your injuries and illnesses while you're active duty. And when he does go to get out, whether it's retirement or he does his 1 term or 2 terms, whatever, he'll go through the process now because they have a BDD, which is benefits delivery discharge, and they have the programs to help them transition. They'll also help him with his claims while he's in. So it's good to just document while you're in, anything and everything. I can't stress that enough. And when I was in, that's what I did, but I didn't know to do that. I just did it. I made sure that I had everything documented because I had so many things happen to me, even from boot camp. So, you know, I've struggled with life and not wanting to be here anymore and thinking, well, if I don't wake up tomorrow, I don't give a, you know. So it's a struggle, medication.
Mhm.
Some people need medication. I take medication for my pain and my issues, that are all related to the military. And that's why I want veterans to just get what they deserve and don't stop fighting for it
Exactly.
because you deserve it.
Mhm.
And what branch is your boyfriend in?
He's in there. I'm not really sure, but with the branches, I'm not really into like the military thing. I don't really know much about it.
Right.
So
Is
mhm.
he's American?
No, he's Filipino.
Oh, so did he go into, okay, so he went into his military.
Yeah. Hmm.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about that too, but okay. So he went and served, he's serving for his country. Good for him.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's
So
awesome.
how has it been helping people? I know you've experienced and encountered a lot of problems with people. How do you approach them at first?
So regarding my Facebook group, I have over 36,000 members, and I'm on there 24. I'm pretty much on 24/7 with Facebook and doing our lives and doing podcasts and things. So I see a lot of veterans that reach out to me like first they'll start out in the group, then they go to Messenger and kind of ask me questions because they might be too embarrassed. We do have an option in our group to post anonymous because there's a lot of
Mhm.
sensitive,
Yes,
issues,
that's important. Mhm.
especially when it comes to MST for a man.
Mhm.
It's very embarrassing. So what I do is I try to help guide in my group. I try to help and answer the questions. if the questions need a little bit more in depth, then we'll go to Messenger. And then from there, we would go to my email and possibly do like a consultation. But it's very rewarding to hear from a veteran when they've gotten what they deserve. So when they file a claim and it's granted, it's very rewarding for me to hear them say, you know, thank you for all you do. I got what I deserve. And to me, that makes me feel good when I know that they've done what they.
It's fulfilling, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's
mhm.
it's rewarding, you know, to help, and it's great to see that. I know sometimes veterans are struggling. We have a lot of veterans that are homeless. We have a lot of veterans that need help, you know, mentally, physically, and they just want to give up. And I don't want that to happen. I know it's tough. Um, and I wish there was more programs for homeless to help them, because no veteran should be homeless, in my opinion. Um, they serve their country. They deserve to be taken
Yeah,
care of. So
I
I'm
couldn't agree more.
huh?
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. And I guess I'll ask you a question. Do you have a lot of military over there?
Not much that I know of. I just know a few.
Okay. So
Mhm.
not a lot of military stationed there, US?
Yeah, not a lot.
Okay. What part of the Philippines are you in?
I'm in Visayas, in Cebu particularly. Mm,
Is that near Manila or?
it's um like an hour flight from Manila.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mhm.
I've
So
always
yeah,
wanted
that's
to
a
go.
question. That was a question to ask because people with these problems don't usually reach out. So I was asking, how do you approach them, or do you approach them, or do they reach out with you?
Most most of it is reaching out to me because they see me on the page and they see me answering the questions. So I get approached a lot.
Right.
I don't approach a veteran because or family member or friend. I let them come to me because um that I just I don't feel like I need to approach anybody. I feel like, all right, if they
Mm,
need the help, they'll approach me. Now, when I will approach a veteran is when I see one that's in crisis.
I see.
But if they're looking for claim advice and they're looking for guidance, they typically will reach out to me either in my email or in my messenger on Facebook. And
Having people like you, Miss Stephanie, like
mhm,
people who listen to other people is a godsend, I would say. Like not many people realize how important or how big of an impact they make to people just by listening. And
yes,
then having the advice that they need that they don't realize they need. So like having you here on other platforms such as here on Facebook is very helpful to the world, I would say.
yeah, and in addition to the Facebook, the the YouTube channel is a great place to go to for my videos and our lives. Like we do 2 lives, as I was saying in the earlier of the program, we do 2 lives a month. Our next one is coming up on the 15th of February. And that's where veterans can bring their questions to not only myself, but to my moderators who, like I said, one is a retired doctor, another one works for the VA, and then I have and then I have 2 more veterans. One is my husband and one is another female, and we all collectively will get the questions and get the answers. And if we don't have the answers, we'll tell them to email us and we'll get more in depth and find out the answers for them. But that's a great channel to get your questions answered, is to go through my live Q&A. Now, I know a lot of other veterans are starting to do that too, which is great, because the more that there's out there, the more help for veterans, the better, because I'm a firm believer that veterans should get what they deserve and should get the help, um, without those predatory companies that are trying to take veterans money and stuff. I don't like them. So I try to, like I said, I try to help the veteran as best we can, and go from there.
Mhm.
Like I'm going to be on I sent the link to you guys. I sent the link to you guys, but I'm going to be on a live. I think it's March 2nd for MST, and I'm going to give my testimony about MST and go more in depth of what I endured during boot camp and during my time in the military, and then to where I am today. I may put on a happy face from time to time, but there's times where I'm just as hurting as anybody else. But a lot of times we put on a face, right, to hide.
I'm sure that would be worth the anticipation.
Right.
So yeah, I really do hope you get the right audience for this and you get to help more people, more veterans.
Yes.
And I'll spread a word, of course.
Please. Yes. I mean, I know Rob's trying to spread the word for suicide help and prevention, which is great. And a lot of those veterans just don't realize that they can get the help and they can get the benefits that they deserve. Another thing is if a veteran is in crisis and a veteran goes into the hospital, let's say a veteran goes into inpatient. Well, if they're service connected for mental health, but they're not 100%, they can actually get temporary 100% due to the hospitalization. And I have a great video on that. So that can help the veteran with monetary compensation at the same time they're getting mental health help. And if they don't have it service connected, they can still go get help. And that will help them with their claim for mental health. So there's a lot of avenues and things like that for veterans. I hear a lot of static. I don't know if that's Rob or.
Wait, let me just.
Oh, it went. Oh. You there?
Sorry, I think it was with my mic. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, that's great. So where were we?
So what I was talking about was veterans can actually get the mental when they're in crisis and they need help.
Mm-hmm.
Go to inpatient, get help. You can actually go to the ER and get admitted, get the help. If they're not rated for mental health at the moment, this will help them. If they are rated, like I said, then they can file for 100% temporary disability while they're inpatient and get some monetary and get some mental health. So there's a lot of help for veterans. I don't want them to give up. I want them to get the help.
Yes, that's a good thing about this because maybe some of them don't know that they could get help, and then with this platform, with this avenue, they can know that they can get help with it.
Yeah.
Better. Yeah.
Yeah, they can get help, and that's why, a lot of them I know I've seen a lot that just want to give up, and I understand. I've been there. But there is so much help for veterans. And
Yeah.
it just takes
no one
reaching
else
out.
can give you better advice than people who've been on your shoes. So having you here is a godsend, as I said.
Yeah, I struggled a lot, like I said, from what I endured in the military and then going 16 years without knowing I deserved any help with mental health, let alone my physical issues, my internal issues, and then deserving benefits. It's quite sad because I got cheated out of 16 years of help. And there were times during that 16 years where I just didn't want to do anything anymore. You know, it's I was struggling with an eating disorder. Um, I struggled with my assault. I struggled with my physical issues. Um, so it's tough. And I got rated for my PTSD due to my MST, and I got rated for my eating disorder for bulimia nervosa. And I get help now. I get the mental health, you know, I get the physical health with, you know, I'm going on my 8th surgery for my feet. So I know it's a struggle, you know. Sometimes I just get tired because all I'm doing is going to doctor's appointments, surgeries, you know, this, and I know it, but at the same time, I've got the help, and that's what it's all about, is getting the help and getting through the struggles.
Yeah, that's good for you, and it's better that you're sharing it with other veterans.
Yeah.
Hmm. I myself, I've been struggling with like suicidal thoughts as well, but I couldn't imagine what you've been through and what you're going through. It's just so hard for these veterans
It
who
is.
just thought of serving their country. They deserve everything. You all deserve everything. You deserve the help that you need, and you deserve it all.
Yeah, they do. And I, like I said, that's what I have dedicated doing for now, really for like the last over a year and a half, getting this YouTube set up, getting the equipment, you know, getting the necessary things to do the lives and things like that. So that's my pure dedication to helping veterans get what they deserve and to not give up. And at the end of the day, you know, it's a great feeling when you hear that you've helped a veteran, you know, get what they deserve, because there's so many benefits out there that veterans don't even realize they deserve, even on top of their compensation. There's so many other things that veterans can receive in addition. So that's why I do a lot of videos to help veterans understand things, you know, just as simple as getting their reimbursement for their travel to go to their doctor's appointments. You know, they get reimbursed for that, you know. So yeah, and suicide is a struggle, and it's very rampant with veterans, especially a lot that have endured trauma, whether it's due to combat, whether it's due to non-combat, um, you know, even being harassed. There's a lot of harassment within the military. Um, and veterans, they don't deserve to have to go through that. And if they've gone through that, then they deserve to be rated and they deserve to get the benefits.
I actually just knew now that assault can happen in the military. I just heard, yeah, I just knew that now. So that's very alarming.
You
I
said,
really
I'm sorry,
didn't
you
know that.
say that again. I didn't hear it.
I just knew that from what you said that assault or abuse can happen in the military too.
Yeah.
Like it's very ironic how people who are ought to protect you are the ones who do these kinds of things, and I couldn't even
Yep.
imagine the trauma and the pain that you endured from all this. So
Yeah.
it's really helpful to have people like you are to spread awareness and help other people to realize that they could get the help that they need, and realize that things that they haven't realized themselves yet. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping, I really do hope that or a lot of these veterans would hear from you.
Yes. And reach out, because at the end of the day, if you need help, just reach out, because there's some great groups that are out there too that I belong to for MST and things like that. And you know, it's a struggle, and there's safe places where you can share your experience. And like I said, I have gotten a lot of private messages from men that have been assaulted, and it's embarrassing for them, because typically
Yes.
they think, typically they think an assault is on a woman. Well, there are men too that get
Usually.
assaulted. There's men that get
And
harassed.
as we know, men aren't really um expressive with how they expressive in general. So
Right.
what makes it more what that's what makes it harder.
Correct. And that's why I get a lot of private messages because men just don't want to post about that. It's embarrassing. And I understand.
Even
And
with depression, and even with depression, men aren't really expressive, so they find it hard to reach out to people because they tend to think that it's a symbol or a sign of weakness, but that's not really what it is. People, no matter the age, the gender, um, experience this, and everybody
yep,
does. It victimizes everybody. So I think we should end the stigma and like help more people, help more men to
yep,
get them to express themselves.
correct. And also keep in mind that even when you file the claim, if you never reported the incident, you can still get rated. There's things you have to provide with the claim. But at the end of the day, just because you didn't report it doesn't mean you can't get rated and get help, both on the mental, medical side and both on the benefit side. Um, there is ways to get rated for it. I know it's embarrassing, but at the end of the day, you have to talk about it when you go to your CMP, which is the compensation and pension exam. And it's a struggle. When I went through mine, it was 2.5 hours. I went through this exam, and it was for my eating disorder and it was for my trauma due to my military sexual trauma. And it was bad. And I still relive it. I have nightmares, and I struggle. I struggle from day to day. One day I'm okay. The other day you know, but like you said, it's okay to speak up and it's okay to admit that you were assaulted or harassed, and it's okay to get the help and get the benefits. But like you said, so many men are coming out now because they were too embarrassed back then.
I am so sorry that it happened to you. It happened to a lot of veterans, and I just appreciate your dedication. It really reflects your empathy with these veterans. As I've said earlier, no one can get can help you better than those who experienced or those who's been on your shoes.
Right. Yeah, I think that's what drove me to do what I do, is because I never knew I deserved the benefits. And I feel like if I help one veteran get what their benefits are and help, like I said, going back to the female veteran that was homeless with a toddler and was suicidal, I can't imagine what she was going through. And, um, a lot of times we get people that try to come into the group asking for money. And, there's a lot of scams out there, but I knew she wasn't. I could tell, I knew she was in trouble, and it it hurt me at the beginning of it, but now I'm happy because now I know she's out of danger and she's getting help and she's getting hopefully housing, and she's got her claims being processed. So that makes my heart feel good that she didn't leave this earth and leave her toddler behind. That was something that really touched me, and I'm glad she reached out to me. I have no idea why she picked me, but things happen for a reason, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is the best um, feeling of fulfilling. It's very fulfilling how you're the reason that someone else is staying alive or continue their lives when they're in the peak of like ending it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Mhm.
That's at the end of the day, that's what it's about is, you know, getting the help and 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 asking for it and reaching out for the help.
Yeah, this just all boils down to like helping each other.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it is. And so, what do you or are you over there in the Philippines? Are you doing any kind of like help or what do you do over there? Just curious.
I'm I'm actually a full time not a full time. I'm actually a college student. I'm working as a property specialist here in Cebu. So yeah, um, I'm not really connected to any like these kinds of things, this kinds of platform, but having invited here is a great opportunity to help more people because I'm always that kind of person who listens. I have a lot of friends who've experienced mental problems and they don't really talk about it until it becomes um, depression, anxiety, and then that's when they start talking about it. And I've experienced it myself. I'm actually prone to depression because I am on an hormone replacement therapy. So
Yep.
that really the shoes I'm on, I'm like really just trying to help my friends, the people I know, the people I'm surrounded with, and like having this invited to this podcast just empowers or
Yep.
widens my parameter of helping people to
Yep.
broadcast to a lot of people actually. So
It
it
does.
really is fulfilling to share wisdom and then just helping people is very rewarding.
It is. And like I said, all the different veteran outlets on YouTube is helping as well. So, like I said, like this one, mine, I got a few others that I belong to as well. And at the end of the day, they're all just to help veterans and guide them. And that's that. At the end of the day, that's what it's about: is spreading the word that we're out there to help.
I joined pageants here in the Philippines and I always advocate for mental health. That's my number one advocacy because people just don't realize how important mental health is. And then having invited here the veterans, I know mental health is must be a priority to them. It's
Yep.
and the needs of the mental health side should be there, and these veterans should realize that.
Yep. I agree. Absolutely. Like I said, I'm gonna have my next live is going to be you know what, I probably should have dropped it in the links, but my next live is going to be on February 15th next week, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. And then I'm going to have I guess I'm going to be invited and be a guest speaker on my testimony on MST on another YouTube channel coming up on March 2nd. So, like I said, spread the word. That's all we can do.
Indeed.
All right. I guess you need anything else?
No, I'm good. I've learned so much and I appreciate it so much. So thank you so much for sharing.
Hello.
And I know a
Hey,
lot of our audience learned a lot
how
as well.
how are you?
good. How are you?
Fine. Yeah. Just yeah. I hope everything went well with you and Princess,
It did.
and that's good. Yeah, and hopefully you guys can link up again, and we can do another podcast here soon.
Absolutely. And spread the word. I gave you some of the links for the next. I'm going to do a testimony on MST. It's going to be a pretty good one on another YouTube channel. And then my next live is Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, where we'll answer questions that are out there for us. So be sure to join that as well. Just subscribe to the YouTube channel and then you'll get notifications on it.
Okay, yeah, absolutely, I will. Thank you, Stephanie, and
Welcome.
we appreciate, yeah, we appreciate you coming on, and thank you for joining us, and yeah, we'll help you spread the word, and help veterans. So
And I'll spread the word on yours too. You got a great outlet that you're trying to do for veterans.
yeah, amazing. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right, talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.